All right, good morning, everyone. Today is April 23rd, 2026. It is Thursday, and yeah, back again, another day. And I am going to get out both accounts, the simulated account and also my live account, because I don't know which I'm going to trade today. I honestly, as you guys know, I've been trading terribly, so I'm low key needing to be precautious and maybe take a break from live trading. But uh, whatever the case, whether it's a simulated trade or a real trade, I will journal it exactly as it's as normal and have it be treated exactly like a live trade. So yeah, let's figure out what we got going on today and go top down and really figure this out. So let's see if anyone said anything. Switching the screen. Good morning, everyone. Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Perfect. So, first, let's check news. We got unemployment claims, flash manufacturing PMI, and flash services PMI. Hopefully, I'm going to try and make my live streams more interesting. I always say that, but, I suck at that sometimes. But one day at a time. Keep working at it. Boom. Put that in there. And yeah, today I actually do want to go top down and get an idea of what we got going on from the highest time frame. Well, maybe not the highest time frame, but from significant time frame down. April 23rd, 2026. Once again, I don't know if I'm going to be trading for real or whether it's a simulated account. I haven't decided. Either way, it's going to be treated as if it's a real trade. Okay, so let's start on the daily chart. As you guys know, I was talking about this before. We kind of reclaimed this daily suspension block here, and I was like, yo, this is possibly gonna like push down into this and then accelerate up, and then that's exactly what happened. So boom, boom. Boom. You can see how that was just kind of like reused and then grappled back into and then accelerated off of it. It's like I was explaining the other day. It's like kind of like going underwater and then pushing off of something underwater. It's a little acceleration thing. The market pushes down into it and then accelerates off of it. So, boom, bro. Why did you end the stream yesterday so fast? Because I was switching over to paper trading. So when I end the stream, I restart it and start a paper trading stream so people don't get confused. So if I'm taking a real trade or a simulated real trade, it's gonna say trading live or whatever or the thumbnail for trading live. And then if I'm paper trading, then it's gonna say paper trading. But I try not to have it confuse people because if I don't have the stream say whether it's a real trade or not, then it can be confusing. So that's why. But I do the unlimited break evens and wins, one loss max. So if I take that loss, then I switch over to paper trading. And it could be that I'm taking a paper trade as my live trade, but I always try and journal the first trade or you know what I'm trying to say. I always try and journal that first trade as if it's real, whether it's a simulated trade or a live trade. And I journal it. So, okay, like I was saying, it's kind of like we grapple back into the suspension block and then accelerate up off of it. So, you can see that was the case here. Let's go ahead and screenshot that. So let's get rid of the SMTs real quick. Haven't taken a look at true month open. I kind of want to see if we have that. True month open. Do we have it? So that is interesting. It kind of like wicked down and went higher. We didn't really manipulate it, but interesting. Okay. True week open right here. But yeah, that's why I ended the stream so fast the other day, because I need to switch over. I switch over to paper trading after I'm done. So it's not that I end the stream, it's just that I switch the stream over. And then we had midnight here. Looks like we went down below midnight and then we started expanding higher. So let's get rid of the true opens temporarily. And let's see if we have any SMTs. I'm just going to check SMTs manually because I don't want to check them with my indicator. Interesting. S&P is equal lows. It's you know, maybe worthwhile to note that. What's your bias right now? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I just got on the charts, so I don't know yet. So S&P is equal lows. I don't know if that's worth screenshotting or not. We have the data low there. Once again, I kind of consider equal lows with a higher low S&T. I used to not, but I kind of changed my stance on that. So it looks like this was a SMT right here with YM. Well, maybe it's not that obvious. Okay, so there's SMT with YM with this low here. Alright. So SMT with YM. And wow, I think we just got some kind of news. I should really have financial juice out in case we get something. Oh, did we have like, that was just a random news event, huh? Right? That was, we have SMT with Asia High with NQ and ES. Interesting. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Appreciate that, Arlius. Appreciate it. Okay. This kind of looks like a high resistant liquidity curve, unless it becomes low resistant, but honestly, I kind of feel like this is high resistant. Just kind of getting the vibes of that based off of the way price is moving. Yeah, we definitely had some kind of news. I'm getting the vibes that's kind of like a high resistant liquidity. And then we have all-time highs. Once again, all I can do every day is try my best. You know, there's going to be days where I'm out of it, days where I'm more locked in, and, you know, it's just all about just continuing to show up and get better. So this kind of looks like high resistance to me, and that we might just continue up to all-time highs. But it could break this. I don't really know. I'm just going to mark it as LC because I don't know if it's going to be high resistant or low resistant right now. If so, what I mean by that is like there'll be trend lines in the market, right? And eventually they break. When they break, they become low resistance. Until they break, while they're still forming, they're high resistance. So that's what I mean when I say that. All right. Isn't Asia session low a data wick? Yes. Yes, we have a data wick below here. So data wick. Yeah, let's drop down a time frame here. We have all-time highs. Let's drop down. So yeah, it could be we have data wick below, equal lows below here. Problem is, right, earliest, the problem is it's all-time highs price action, right? Which means it's all-time highs, which means it just goes straight up, right? And with that in mind, you do have to be careful, but you have a good point, right? It could go down, but we just have to keep in mind that it is all-time highs, right? So boom, boom, right? We reclaimed this daily suspension block here. Yeah, we do have the equal lows below. We do have data low below. Waiting for 9:30. Yeah, we might want to see what happens at 9:30. So yeah, equal lows, data low. But I just don't know if it's going to stay high resistant right now because it very well might, and then we go to all-time highs. Equal lows and data low below, but it might stay due to all-time highs. Due to all-time high price action. So with that in mind, this is a giant for value gap, and looks like we use this propulsion block here, right? Order block, propulsion block. That's kind of cool. Yeah, let's mark this out as a giant fair value gap because that is what it is. It's a fair value gap, a 15-minute one. And let's drop down to a lower time frame and get the lower time frame true open. So that got manipulated down here. So that's what, 752. Okay, we're gonna need to get the lower time frame one when that forms. So we'll have to re-screenshot that when we get that. But yeah, 15-minute for value gap. We took midnight. Yeah, it very well could be high resistant. I just don't know. That's why I'm marking it as LC because I don't know which it is. And we got all-time highs above. Still kind of figuring this out here. Like yesterday was the perfect example. Remember yesterday we had equal lows, but it stayed high resistant and then it kept going up? That's exactly what could happen today. Like, it's possible. I don't really know right now, but just showing up, trying my best here. So, kind of want to get down to the lower time frame because it's just helpful to get down to the lower time frame, honestly. Right, so let's check Asia high, London high, London high. And another thing I want to start doing more often is just simplifying things down to literally just the first center for value gap and kind of like when we get a change in state off of it, you know. I think that really makes things simple, and that's something I really like doing is just looking at that. So alright, we do have a data low below. We do have equal lows. Is it worth marking out? Sure. Let's mark out them. So I'm not going to just ignore them because they're there, right? I don't know if it's going to be high resistant or low resistant, but we'll mark them out. We have Asia low, data low, and yeah, if the market ends up breaking this curve, then it could go down to there. But I just don't know if it's going to. Then we have Asia high above here. Looks like I think we also rejected the daily volume imbalance actually. I'll show you what I mean. So boom, screenshot this. So the daily chart, go to the daily chart, go find the volume imbalance, right? I think we actually went up back into this and rejected it. Oh, forgot to get out SB Pro. I was right. So that's something you're going to want to have marked out on your chart is that daily volume balance, kind of see how we respond to that. So let me get out SB Pro X because absorption, definitely important, and we always want to look at it. So getting SB Pro out, here's the daily volume balance. I don't want too much on my chart. That's the issue with kind of putting stuff like Asia low on my chart because I don't know if it's going to be that helpful. I kind of feel like it was a soup of midnight and this was a manipulation here. We had a rejection block here. Maybe we end up souping the rejection. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Since we have this 1 hour rejection block, could it be possible that we come down, sweep it, and then go up? That's, I actually don't mind that idea because so many people are going to get in trying to short to data low, equal lows. When we come down, they're going to try and short to get to run this liquidity curve. And then with this rejection block here, if this SMT holds, we might use CE of the rejection block and then continue back up and it stays high resistant. I do not mind that idea at all. Right, you guys kind of see what I'm saying, right? Like we push down into this rejection block, get Phoenix 0, and then reject the rejection block, and then go higher. So these draws on liquidity are kind of like, dude, I think this is a fire idea. I think this could definitely play out. Right? That would also soup all the true opens nicely. And the reason another reason I say this is because we just missed CE of this. So there's gonna be a lot of orders here. You guys kind of see what I'm saying, right? This, for instance, stays high resistant. We push into this. Dude, this is actually a pretty sweet idea. And then we get continuation all-time highs. Right, you see what I'm saying? So, boom, manipulation, distribution. Forgot to include the, okay, let me get the daily volume balance marked out. Right, you kind of see what I'm saying? Like that would be an interesting idea. Like is we have equal lows and the data low below, but also a high resistance curve. So what could happen is we get manipulation into the 1 hour rejection block, inducing people to short to target the data low and equal lows, but then we reverse off the rejection block and go continue at all-time highs because it's all-time highs price action. Highs price action, and it does that crap. It would be more bullish to not take the low of the Iran attack news. That's what I'm saying. It would be bullish. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm agreeing completely. Right? What I'm saying is basically like we dump down, we don't take the data low, and then it's just like maybe stacked SMTs. Honestly, it might end up being stacked SMTs like this, and then it's just like a reversal from there. Like, you see what I'm saying? And then we continue up to all-time highs. I feel like this is a pretty, possible thing that could happen. just from experience at all-time highs, I know that like this is the kind of stuff that happens, and it's really annoying. It's really, really annoying. Right, and then this would be Phoenix 0, meaning midpoint of a rejection block. That's, I like this idea a lot. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to hear your thoughts. And I don't want to get tunnel vision, but this kind of seems like it makes sense to me because that's just what happens at all-time highs. Phoenix 0, right? And then just buy model up, souping midnight. Fake leaves for later, stays high resistant, then repels away off the RV. I'm just gonna say this is a possible idea. It might not happen. But fake draws and liquidity leaves stay high resistant, then repels away off the rejection block, right? Because you can tell it's just been high resistant this whole time. So I got SB Pro out here. So let's go ahead and put this on the daily 1 hour chart. And let's go back. Now, okay. So, I like this. This makes a lot of sense to me. I cannot lie. It makes a lot of sense. Or we just go higher off of this gap. So, okay, where do we go next? Where do we go from here? Let's see, someone put something in content sharing. Okay, I forgot to check SB Pro. Also, I got the histogram now on SB Pro, which is kind of cool. So we got a whale that sold into that. Let's get down to the lower time frame chart at this point. Right, so this is kind of I know this is, I usually don't keep this on the chart, but I like this analysis a lot today. And I think that it could play out. FA, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts? Right, then we could form our true opens, and then these could be just fake draws on liquidity, and it stays high resistant. I like this idea. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Just knowing how the market stays high resistant. So we should look at other ideas as well. I think only looking at one idea could be, not always good. Sometimes good to look at other ideas. So another idea is we could just hold this 15-minute gap right away and then continue higher, right? So let's get rid of that, right? Because we're within this 15-minute gap. I just want to look at all these different things, get an idea. We also kind of have a 1 hour. Ooh, I like this 1 hour implied BPR here. So I just want to look at a whole bunch of different things, right? That's one possibility. Does that have to happen? No, right? So this is my version of implied gaps where I'm just kind of merging those candles together. So this is another idea. We kind of came back down into that, and then maybe the high resistant liquidity curve is a little more aggressive than I map out down there, right? We already have S&T. I don't really want to have that marked out because I already know that those are there. So, right, another possibility is this stays high resistant here, like super more aggressive. Oh, did I say hi to you, Akash? What up? Right? You can see how that implied BPR was used, right? And then, oh, I forgot to mark out the true open on the session. Uh-oh. Okay, true open on the session, and you can see that was manipulated already. So with this already being manipulated, it might not need to go lower than that. What is your view in opening? There's a couple possibilities. Either one, we manipulate lower, come down, and maybe sweep out this low and then reverse to continue up. Or if it's extremely bullish, we could just hold this 15-minute gap. And yeah, I don't know completely yet, but I'm going to be trying to be reactionary here. And I'm looking at my options. So, boom. Okay. So once again, got this liquidity curve. I don't know if it's high resistant. It might be low resistant. It might be high resistant. I don't know right now, so I'm just marking it out as LC. Right, so this is another possibility where maybe we just hold this and then we continue higher, and then we also have the 15-minute gap here. And also propulsion block. Right, I'm marking out all these different possibilities. Right, just showing up every day, trying to get a little better, one day at a time. And I do want to get to the lower time frame, so we will get to the lower time frame. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, you have to understand all-time high price action, and that this is just what it does. It stays annoying. It stays annoying and then continues higher. It's just how it moves. It stays annoying. Everyone thinks we're gonna continue, and then we reject and continue up to all-time highs, and it's like, it's so annoying. But don't fight it. Just trade how it is. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Right? Obviously, we have rejected this daily volume balance. If it wanted to be bearish, it could sweep that high and then go lower. We got all-time highs above, Asia above. Right, so this is another possibility, is we hold this gap. But I kind of want to get to the lower time frame now. We got 17 minutes until market open, so let's get to the lower time frame. Possibility is we just continue to hold this 15-minute gap and 1 hour gap and just continue up from here. And the high resistant liquidity is a little more aggressive. right? Something like this. Maybe we sweep out the low of this. This is another possibility, right? Here's another possibility is we end up maybe getting S&T with this. And yeah, you think the opening will be bullish? Honestly, very valid. Yeah, here's another possibility, and then we go up from there. This almost looks like a data low, was it? I think someone tweeted something. Did Trump tweet something? Trump on Truth Social. Yes, he tweeted at 6:45. I've ordered Navy to shoot any boat putting mines in Hormuz. Okay, so we got a data low there. Honestly, we probably won't go lower than that. I'm glad I redid my analysis because I think this is probably a little bit more likely. And then maybe we soup true open here. And then we get a buy model off of this, right? And honestly, it's a little more likely. Oop. Right. So this is a data low here. Uh, 8:45 Eastern. So it's possible it stays high resistant and we get S&T with that and then use the 1 hour BPR to go higher. Okay, let's get the lower time frame. And do we have S&T with that low? If we have S&T with that low, it might just be that's the low. And honestly, guys, I'm going to be looking at SB Pro because I'm going to be looking at absorption, so I'm not going to read chat right now. So, Tradevate pulled up. Got both Tradevates pulled up. Just depending on which makes more sense right now. The last limit set. Locker setting of trading locked. Okay. So, I don't know which one I'm going to trade yet, but we'll see. So, once again, this is a Trump tweet here. Okay, let me do this one more time. Hang on. Daily loss limit, locker setting and trading locked. Confirm. Oh, I don't have a daily loss limit set on this account. The new one. Let me set that. Okay, daily loss limit, locker setting, trading locked. Okay. Let me check one more time. Daily loss limit, locker setting, trading locked. Okay. Alright, back to what I was looking at. So, yeah, honestly, I think this could be a buy model, and I'm going to lean towards this being high resistant liquidity with us holding this 1 hour BPR and 15-minute fair value gap, and maybe souping true open. And this is a Trump data wick. Let's go ahead and screenshot that. So, boom. So we're looking at this low here. That was news. And yeah, we might get SMT with it, then continue up, maybe go to all-time highs. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But let me know what you guys are thinking here. And I kind of think buy model. We do not have 922 yet. So yeah, you guys see how this would be a buy model, right? Like sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve. And then all-time highs. So this could be market maker buy model. Boom, screenshot that. Could be a market maker buy model off this 1 hour and 15-minute gap. Maybe we get SMT with the Trump tweet low. We'll see. Yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking, right? So this, I feel like this is gonna end up being low resistant. Let's drop down to a lower time frame, and yeah. So we have SMT here. Whoops. What is this? This is 8. Oh, we got equal highs above. Okay. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if market open does some weird crap like this, and then maybe we get Venom model here, right? I don't know. Just an idea. Any new day opening gaps? And maybe we use this. We got equal highs here. And then boom, 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 boom. Right, so that was used there. Whoops. Okay. I like these equal highs as a target. Like if you're gonna go long, maybe you target these equal highs. Good morning, Jake. Back to the grind. Tesla was crazy. Really? What happened with Tesla? I want to look, but we got 9 minutes to market open, so I'll look later today. I want to see Tesla. What happened with Tesla, bro? Yeah, bro, we're back to the grind. Dude, I'm trying my best, trying so hard to lock in. I'm kind of thinking right now that we got this data low from Trump at 8:45 Eastern. I'm kind of thinking that we might just stay high resistant and then continue up. That's just what happens at all-time highs. And then I also mapped out another possibility where we're a little bit more bearish. We come down into the 1 hour rejection block and then we continue up. So I have a couple different ideas. This is another idea I have. And then we have equal highs and all-time highs. So there's a bit of room to capitalize on a move here. So I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this, right? Honestly, another possibility is it doesn't end up going down. Maybe it just goes straight up. Earnings was great, but dropped like a rock. That's crazy. So another possibility is, right, we kind of already had this little move up, so maybe we just go straight up from here, right? So with YM, we do not have SMT with that low. We don't have SMT with that low. With ES, we don't have SMT with that low. We don't have SMT with that low. We do have SMT with this low. Yo. Wait. No, we don't. What am I saying? Why did I think we did? Wait, what? Was it with this low? No, I don't think there's SMT. I don't think there is. My indicator would probably catch it. I'll look at Tesla later. So this is another possibility. I'm just gonna mark it out, right? But I would prefer the one where we get a retracement. I like marking up possibilities because it prepares me for everything, and then also, if one of them plays out, then I have a screenshot of me calling price action perfectly, which is always kind of cool. So, all right. Right, so this is a point of interest, right? We might get SMT with it. How's SB Pro look? So I'm looking at SB Pro again real quick. Once again, guys, I think a simple approach to the market is just first presented for value gap. Just basically boil it down to how do we interact with the first presented for value gap, and then trade accordingly. So that's one of my new favorite, not new favorite ways, but just ways to simplify the market down is just kind of wait for that first presented for value gap and then execute. We do have 922.30. Let's go ahead and mark that out. So that got souped with SMT right here. So we actually might end up being bearish, right? And I don't really care about this one anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that. This kind of seems generated. And I want to get ready for SMT, so I'm going to get out SMP. Maybe get out YM as well. I'm going to manually check for the SMT because I just don't want to miss it. Alright. And let's check for any unmitigated gaps kind of below here. I want to see NQ sweep yesterday's low, making IFG and run up to a new high. Ooh, where's yesterday's low? Yeah, I was looking at that possibility initially. My initial idea, Snowman. The first idea I had was getting a S&T with this low and then pushing into that hourly rejection block. All right, that was my first idea I had. That could still play out, but the thing is, if it just stays bullish, it could just use this data low instead. So, okay, right? You guys can see that we souped this with SMT here. So we're rejecting this. Right, boom. Just trying to get everything down as fast as possible. Yeah, we souped that. We're getting 928 here in just a second. I'm going to prepare to mark that out there. And, we'll see. Yo. 928. Prepare, guys. Prepare. Where's 928? I want to see that manipulated. Whoops. It might just go bullish here. I'm looking for SMT. There's SMT with this low. We might just go up off of this. I don't want to be that guy, but this might just deliver us higher. And I want to take it. But we'll see. Right, so this might deliver us higher. We kind of already souped the true opens. And we have a new SMT. And then we might just deliver up to Asia high here. Is this worth taking? Maybe. you want to try this, go for it. But I don't know. The problem is I don't know if we're going to create a Judas swing, but it might not. Right? So something like this could play out. I'll screenshot that real quick. I'm just going to record that. It's a possibility. I like that my computer's not being slow right now. I don't want to be that guy, but if this fails, I'm gonna be upset. So I'm not gonna take this. This might just completely work. 3-minute outside bar. We're about to not form this as an outside bar. I'm low-key thinking it's gonna be Phoenix and we're gonna go lower off the rejection block. I think that might happen. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a short here. Yeah, told you. I knew it. See that? See that? I told you. I knew it. I knew it. You know how I knew it? You know how I knew it? Because we got an inversion for value gap. Well, we didn't close. And we push up into the 3-minute rejection block. Oh my gosh. I called that. I called that. I said that this might not play out. And then it didn't. Now we ran back down to 730. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. That was the initial idea. Now we're getting SMT with this low. Okay. This is kind of what I wanted to see initially anyway. So and as well, you'll know notice the 3-minute does not form Cantina kill shot, which is another reason why I thought that rejection block was going to reject us down. See how the 3-minute didn't close above the prior candle? I was like, okay, so that rejection block's probably going to hold. 3-minute rejection block took us down to 730. Now we went back to that low. We're getting SMT. Okay. Now we're getting a possible inversion back up. Now I kind of like this one a little better, but I don't know still if this is going to play out. Could it stay high resistant? Maybe. But it could play out, right? This could play out. I honestly don't mind it, but it's still scary because it could just be high resistant still. Sorry, I'm talking fast, but I'm like, obviously I'm nervous right now, so I'm talking fast. So this, still rejecting price. So we might actually continue lower. Once again, I have that initial idea of us coming all the way down to that 1-hour rejection block. We do have equal lows right there. Something to watch is we might just come down to those equal lows. And you can see this is actually rejecting price now and staying high resistant. And we might run this data low here. So, do we got the first percent for value gap yet? Dude, if you can't tell, I'm just nervous right now. That Phoenix model played out exactly as I thought it would, right? Rejection block, we didn't get Cantina kill shot into we didn't take that prior candle's high, so that rejection block delivered us lower. Javier's shorting. Let's see if we have a 5-minute gap. We do have a 5-minute gap here. So we might end up using this 5-minute gap to continue us higher. Let's go ahead and look at that. Dude, it's hard. I gotta talk so fast because I'm trying to get everything. And I love that my computer's not being slow right now, which is really nice. 5-minute gap. We have an external gap here, but it was used a little bit. Now we're getting an inversion here. Boom. I like this a lot. That could play out all the way up. Honestly, don't mind this. Could I take it? Yes. Should I? I don't know. But it might work. Probably should maybe, but I don't know because I don't know if it's high resistant. It's not worth it for me. I'm not going to take it. But this could play out. I just don't know if this gap's going to break. We do have a rejection block there. It might stay high resistant. But it's a 5-minute gap, 30-second inversion. And it's playing out. Okay. It's running us up. 15-second inversion off the 5-minute gap, right? 5-minute gap, 15-second inversion. I don't know if it's going to play out because I don't know if it's going to be low resistant, but if it comes low resistant, then cool. Then we'll probably run this. But I don't know if it's going to be. Right now, it is high resistant, so I'm just watching, and it might stay high resistant. Alright. I'm nervous, dude. This still could go up from here off of this. we're using that 5-minute gap, reclaiming it. This is supercharged now, meaning we've used it once, twice, 3 times. Hey, what up, what up, random guy? Good morning. This trade might play out to Asia high here. We used the 5-minute gap 1, 2, 3 times, but I don't know if it's gonna stay high resistant here, deliver us lower, come down to the data low. Right? I don't know. And we have equal lows here. I should probably mark those out. So equal lows here could end up being a target. I honestly, it could end up shorting. It could end up providing shorts here, where this stays high resistant, and then we reject this. Is there a first cent for value gap yet? No. There's no first cent for value gap. Once again, this initial idea could play out the long, right? I said that it could. It just depends if this breaks. If it breaks, then cool. Oh, I should have tried this on demo. Would have been fun. So now this definitely might break, but still, it might not break. We have an external gap. 2-minute needs to close above here. Oh yeah, I should have tried this on my phone. I should have tried this on demo. That would have been fun. Okay. Oh, I forgot to turn my phone on trading mode. So definitely could play out here, that 30-second inversion off that gap. But we have bearish SMTs there. I mean 15-second inversion off that gap. We just came back up, souped that true open. We have bearish SMT. So I would definitely be sussed out by that. Once again, I'm really kind of nervous right now. You're going to get filled. I'm going to be checking SB Pro. I think absorption is going to matter here a bit. Whether we go higher or whether we go lower. We have equal highs here. So that trade off that 5-minute gap is playing out beautifully. It looked nice. You can't always tell if it's gonna turn low resistant, right? But it did. It did turn low resistant. That 15-second inverse, we broke the external gap, and this delivered us higher. Equal highs there, 3.38 R. Not bad. But it still might end up delivering us lower because we are taking the true 90-minute open here. So I'm going to get out my demo account here. If I want to take a trade on my phone, then I will. And the reason I do it on my phone is so you guys don't get confused if it's a real trade or not. So now we're getting bearish SMT. This might go lower here. Okay. Right, so this definitely could go lower. We got the equal lows below, and we have a 1-minute gap, and this might stay high resistant, right? I might just try this on demo because I kind of prefer the longs. So I'm gonna be I'm kind of sussed out if it's gonna be shorts, so I'm gonna try this on demo. Hey, we have a first presented for value gap. So that is a point of interest I'm interested in, is this first presented for value gap. Once again, a simple way to trade the market is just watch that first presented for value gap, see how the market interacts with it, and then trade accordingly. So I'm gonna get that out right there. Yeah. Oh, you gotta mark it out like this. Okay, this is actually really important. Mark it out including the volume imbalance, and you can see we're already using this. So first presented for value gap, we already kind of broke structure to the upside, and we got a 15-second outside bar off of this. Is this worth taking for longs? Honestly, maybe try it on demo. I'm gonna try it on demo. So I'm trying this on demo. I kind of got filled a little late. I'm gonna run this up to the equal highs. So that played out off the first center for value gap. I got filled late. I'll take profit at these equal highs, 27,000. $27,013. So that just hit TP. And bang, now it's rejecting off the equal highs. But it might continue up, right? First presented for value gap. See how we used it, and then we got 15-second and 15-second outside bar and change in state off of it. And the reason I knew this might hold the upside is because we'd already kind of broken that high. So I knew it kind of made sense. That initial trade I said down here off of that 30-second inversion playing out really nicely. We're continuing up, continuing to Asia high. You know, I maybe should have tried this for real. I maybe should have, but whatever. Now we're coming up into a 5-minute bearish BPR here. So watch that. 15-second bearish IPG there. Alright. Jake, when you get time, check out the video I posted in Discord. I think you improve your win rate a lot because you're already so good. Oh, thanks, dude. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Yeah, so I was aware that this 30-second inversion might deliver us to run these low resistance highs, and I was also aware that this outside bar could deliver us to run those equal highs. But dude, I appreciate that, Snowman. Thank you. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really nervous. It's hard. This is exactly what I thought would happen. It's exactly what I thought would happen. The first center for value gap, once again, this is why you want to include the volume balance in the first center for value gap, because if you don't, you can see you would have missed out, right? You would have not caught this trade because the gap needs to include the volume balance. Do you see that? So that's basically the problem with just using this. And you can see when you include the volume balance and create this whole entire range here from the low to the volume balance, then you can see that the 15-second outside bar delivers us higher. So this might deliver for shorts, but I honestly don't know. I think it could just continue higher. It just kind of depends what it wants to do here. I don't really know, in all honesty. I wouldn't be surprised if it just continued through. Would not be surprised. Another possibility is we come back up to the daily volume balance and reject there, but even then, like, the idea I initially thought is we're just going to stay high resistant and then continue up. And we already souped 730 down there. News at 9:45. So we got news. I guess Javier's letting us know we have news in 2 minutes. Thank you, Javier. So, man, I called the shorts off that rejection block, and then I caught the longs here. I called the longs here, and right now I'm not sure. We have a Reaper gap here, so honestly, this, if we come back down to this, we might get longs off of this. So you might think we're gonna get shorts, but I think that in reality it's gonna end up giving us longs. This is a Reaper gap. Why? Because we have a series of up close candles. In discount of that, we have this fair value gap here. Very obvious Reaper gap. So honestly, I might look. This might be my trade. I don't think we're gonna come back down to the first fair value gap at this point. I think that the furthest we'll come down is this Reaper gap, and then basically from here, like change the state off of this. It's a 1 minute Reaper gap, so line this with a 5 second or a 15 second, and then we'll see. We got equal lows. And maybe just target the daily volume bounce. Makes it simple. Hey, we just gotta move back down. Oh, we just got some kind of news. Check that. What is there a precision swing point or nah? Okay, so we don't have a new true open yet. So this, watch this change in state. This could deliver us higher. Where's the true Pico open? I don't have time to check that. This might hold. It also might not hold. I don't know. But yeah, we just had news. So this change in state right down there actually might be the low. Up to Asia high. Now we're getting another change in state there. Oh no, I was gonna take this. Okay, I'll take it if we retest the wick at 26,061. I don't know actually, because we kind of just took the high, but I should have tried it. Oh, that's a bummer. I didn't know though. I wanted to get on the lower change in state there, so I messed that up. Obviously, right? We had a lower time frame change in state there. Yeah, you guys see what I was saying, right? This change in state here was kind of the better one. I wanted to get in here, but I couldn't get in fast enough. That was my bad. That was on me. Now we got a daily pin bar, or we got a pin bar off this daily volume bounce. All right. Dude, I was gonna take this, but I couldn't get in. Unfortunate. I should have had my trade of 8 open. Told you that we were probably not going to go below that Reaper gap. So now we're continuing up to Asia high. Bro, I'm calling price perfectly. I was gonna take this. I couldn't get it out fast enough. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No way, dude. I called price perfectly. This entry. You know another thing that happened? We probably inversed the 5-minute BPR. We didn't, but it didn't matter. Oh. I was thinking about entering on that wick there. Oh. Oh man, that just... That's lame. Okay, we'll probably continue up to all-time highs here. I would bet that we will at this point. Very reasonable that we would. Now, here's the thing. What key level do we have? I don't really think there's any. Well, oh, the daily volume balance. Wait, actually that works. The daily volume balance works perfectly. So we could use the daily volume balance for longs. Getting change in state off of this would continue us to all-time highs. We just had absorption. Market sellers 30 and 25 right there. We're getting an inversion. This is probably going to induce shorts. I kind of want to try a long off of this. 5-second could inverse off of this. But I don't like this because there's no internal sweep. So we'll see. But we had some market whales sell here. So I don't want to long too far in premium, but I do think that should continue to all-time highs here. And looks like it's going to inverse. I don't want to take this for real. I just want to take this on demo. Because there's no internal sweep. So daily volume balance. Anxiety levels through the roof right now. But I just got to stay smooth. I was going to take that trade. I just couldn't get it out fast enough. That's why I always need to restart my computer, so my computer's running fast. I think we'll continue to all-time highs. Keep it up, bro. Thank you, ZD. Appreciate it. So we have an SMT with this now. So this is inversing to the downside. And oh, if we reuse the Reaper gap and get change in state to the upside, this could be nice. We'll see. Problem is, we might actually continue down to the first percent for value with how violent that displacement was, right? So this change in state could deliver us up. Now you're looking at this inversing here. We do have SMT with that low, so most likely we have Phoenix model right here off the Reaper. Boom, Phoenix model, there you go. So, but then again, I don't know if we're gonna get through this gap here. Could we just inverse this and go up? Yes. Should I maybe try this? I'm sick of inversion for value gaps right now, but low key, this just up to all-time highs could work out. I don't like that there's not really internal sweep. I guess we do sweep out the rejection block. If I take this, I'll take this on demo. I'm not gonna take it for real because I don't want to. We might get it though. Definitely could play out here. Okay, I'm in this on demo. $27,056. So now I'm targeting all-time highs, which is 27,136. So I don't have enough conviction to take this for real at all because there's not really internal sweep. I would love to see us come down to the first center for value gap. We're getting a change in state off of this, off the daily line balance. This might deliver us back down. Yeah, low key, this is probably going to deliver us down. Problem is, it's just so bullish. So my demo trade is, if this gets stopped out, that's good because my demo trade will play out. Both are possibilities, right? Both are possibilities. Javier's adding more. Yeah, we might be looking at this thing got stopped out. How's SP Pro look? We had more absorption here. We've had sellers 30 and 25 at the high, and then 25 and 42. Oh, we gotta check true opens again. Okay, true opens. Oh, look at the 22.5 minute true open. Doesn't that explain a lot? You see that? We come soup it into the daily volume balance. What's that? 950 something. I think that's that's the 22.5 minute. What's this? That's the 752. What? That's not the most recent one. That's not right. This most recent one. 922.30. Okay. So honestly, at this point, we might need to come down to this. Or we'll hold this. We might hold this right here. Yo, actually, if we got change in state up out of this, this could actually play out really, really nice. So we might be looking at something like this. And we just got PSP, so this could be a seal of FA right here. So seal of FA off that Reaper gap. That actually could play out. Okay, it didn't. Once again, it might need to come soup this thing. We might be looking at coming to soup this. Alright, first one for value gap. Maybe we have a gap here. Five-minute fair value gap getting hit. I'm expecting continuation to all-time highs. 30-second bullish IPG. I honestly don't see that. What the heck? 15-second change state. Could this play out? Yeah. But I made 1K. You took a buy. Let's go. Let's go, Akash. Woo. I'm so proud of you, man. Okay, I might be looking for us to come down to the 90-minute true open here. I want to reuse the first line for value gap, then continue to all-time highs. You're right. You're right. I'm looking for longs to continue us up at this point, though. I think we'll stay high resistant. We got all-time highs untaken. That usually does not stay that long. It doesn't stay that way for that long, usually. So we should get a continuation play off that. I'm expecting first minute for value gap to hold. 5-minute for value gap to hold. We just efficiently filled that 5-minute gap. So 15-second change in state off of this fair game, I would say. Retest to this 5-minute inversion for value gap. And sorry for my chart being so messy, but there's not much I can do. I'm just trying to get everything together. No internal sweep. Not interested yet. We souped this. Let's wait for the new 22.5 minute chart open. Oh, wait. That's not going to be for a while. Okay, let's clean up the chart. Let's clean up the chart. Whoops. Boom. 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 It's giving propulsion block conditions as well. So we might be looking at a propulsion block maybe on the 5-minute. But inverse value gap is formed on the 5-minute. I don't trust that thing. We have an order block, propulsion block, 5-minute propulsion block. One win this week. Hey! Yay! I'm so happy for you, random guy. So we have a 5-minute propulsion block. Curious if we use 0.25. So this is that new thing I just discovered where you soup it really aggressively at 0.25. Could that play out? Maybe. That did not play out. We might run all these lows. We have the data low below. What is this? It might end up reversing. We did hit this daily volume balance. First sign for value gap. Okay. We have a rejection block here, so this could be Phoenix model here. Wouldn't put it past it for the market to stay high resistant, but does it have to? Not really. I'll try this on demo. $26,965. And then this would go up. I would take this all the way back up to all-time highs, 136. I think it got stopped out. Did it? Not yet. Oh man, I'm getting tired, dude. Outside bar. Am I convinced that it has to play out? Not necessarily, but it might. Outside bar. This is staying high resistant. This 5-minute gap's getting reclaimed. 15 seconds changing state. I mean, I kind of like this 5-minute reclaimed gap, 15-second change in state. I don't really want to take it. The problem is a random gap. That's why. Okay, first sign for value gap. Yeah, I think it just stays high resistant here. It looks like we might be forming a 2-minute outside bar here now as well. Looking at this.
We got it. This is at 10 a.m. So this should be 2022 model right here. Oh my gosh, bro. If I don't feel I once again I have to remember that I can take the trade on my simulated real account and it's fine to do that.
You're DCing out? Dude, I'm tired too, bro. I'm like literally like I'm literally sweating. Looks like we're starting to spool up. But we might use this. DCing in what? Shorts or longs? To shorts? Oh boy. Yeah, it actually could run this liquidity curve here. It definitely could. Oh, we're back at the first line for value gap. This is changing state off of it. I'm tired. I'm really tired. If I take a trade, I might not take it for real. I'll take it on my simulated demo. I'm honestly just really tired. This could be equilibrium here. So this could be whatever it's called. The Halcyon protocol thingy I made up. I discovered. Dude, my chart is so messy right now. It might end up being. It might end up giving shorts. It might. It very well might. We just we souped and back tested the 90-minute true open. Do we have a new true open on the low time frame? This is important. Let's look. We do not. We do not. So that other order got filled. This, could be Venom model here. So I entered at the Phoenix model on demo. I entered at the 2022 model on demo. This is textbook for longs, actually. This is exactly what you would expect. Rejection block to the 2022 gap, and then continuation. But Javier's short. Let's keep that in mind. Why are you wanting to short still, though, with all-time highs on taken? Okay, so looks like we came back down, souped 730 again, and that looks like it was low. So if we come back down and then up off of this first and value gap after we've already inversed this this 1 minute, we've already inversed this 1 minute. So we're looking at a rejection block that got hit, and then an inversion. Once again, this is my signature play here is this first strike here. You think it'll take overnight lows to continue? And we are getting this, we are back above 90-minute true open here. Yeah, I mean, it could end up being low resistant. I need to clean up the chart. Let's get rid of the 1 hour BPR. Let's get rid of the 5-minute gap. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, because we rejected the daily volume balance, huh? Yeah, you know what? That actually is confluence for shorts. Oh, we just got change in state. I'm going to try this, okay?
Order filled.
Yeah, it's my real.
Oh, I should take a profit at the rejection block instead. I'm in break even. I am. I'm in break even.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, this is happening. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was so nerve-wracking. Holy. I want to go to sleep. Oh.
Stop field.
Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. That was only 2R? The heck?
You're joking. Why is it only 2R, bro? 181. Whatever.
Bro. Oh. That was. Ugh.
I want to throw up. I should have taken all off at 4 projections. Yeah. Actually, no. 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 It's fine. It's fine. Ugh. I know why. I know why. It was like this. Anyway, I'm done. I'm getting off the charts. I want to throw up. We're getting another one. I want to take this one too, bro. This one's going to play out. I'm going to take it on sim. I'm taking this on sim. So, this is another one right here. The same exact trade, but now right there. And then this one on sim, I'm going to target the data low. But I'm not taking that on real. No way. I feel like throwing up right now. This is a good trade though. This is really good. This one is. I almost want to take this for real, but I cannot. I'm not sacrificing a winning day. Should have left a runner. I did leave a runner. I tried. I trailed. I did leave a runner. Oh, you got all out down there? I see. Yeah, that's what I mean when I say just understanding that understanding that keep things simple with first strike, it can be helpful to do that, honestly. Alright, I am definitely done for the day. Do you see that? I top ticked that, by the way. Just pointing that out. I did top tick that. Oh. And all my haters say my back testing doesn't do anything. Yeah, think again. Think again. Yeah, I know. Because I just targeted 4 projections. I was considering taking all off at 4 projections. But I just, with the low resistant liquidity, how could you not leave a runner? It made sense. I will admit, it made sense to leave a runner, and I don't really regret leaving a runner. In the future, I can be more conservative with not trailing so aggressively. That's the one thing I'd say because, I won't be so stressed out and feeling like I'm going to throw up. So I'm in this one on demo, and this one I'm targeting the data low. Actually, low key, I'm going to target the equal lows on the demo, and yeah, I'm going to target that.
So I got to put the stop loss in. So stop loss goes at. You know, one reason why I knew to short is because of the soup of the true open there. 27,026. And then, I'm just going to try to get the data low. Okay. You think it'll still go lower? Same. At this point, yeah. So what I'm looking at is I want to see how far is 7 projections. 7 projections. I'm aiming for 300 points, up 200-ish now. Let's go. Yeah, so the equal lows are a beautiful target. And honestly, I'm going to take all off at the equal lows. And I don't really give a crap because it's demo. So 898, that's my final target on demo. And that's where I'm going to target. 899, 26,899. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Hey, look at the soup and back test of the True Open. This is gonna be a 2022 model. Watch this. This is a 2022 model right here. Let's check this out. Ooh, you know what? This here's what this is. I'll tell you exactly what this is. This is the very, very tight Phoenix model trade right here. And now this right here is 2022 model right here. I'm gonna enter more on demo. I'm gonna try my Halcyon protocol here. It's 27,009.5 is the other. Same thing. This one's going to be targeting the same exact place. The equal lows at 26,899. Yeah, time to end the stream. Bye-bye, guys. I'm ending the stream. I don't even want to trade paper today. Oh, no. It's going to stop me. Ah! Stop my my other trade out there. Dang it. I might try an OTE trade as well. Okay. Yeah. Exit at market and close. Exit at market and close. Alright. Bro, what is going on? Okay, that other trade got stopped out too. Demo not doing too good. It's okay, it's all demo. Hey, the other first strike, it did hit 4 projections actually, I think. Nope, just 2 projections. Okay, this is another first strike right here. So I'm going to try this again. Alright, I'm trying this again. Another first strike here. Finally, we souped the true open again. Okay. Oh my. Great trade, bro. I'm gonna leave my runner, see how it goes. Yeah, I honestly think that we will maybe just use this again. The first time for lag gap. Can we get a change in state here? Are we gonna cut back above? Are we gonna cut back up? Doesn't look like it. Or maybe we will. Yo, this is holding as Phoenix. So, ooh, could that be 57R? Possibly. I actually am gonna pay